definitely have a spot.
It is the beginning. 9:30 in the morning on a Saturday, and the scaffolding has been established. The men are up on the roof. Fred Elliott and his son and 2 grandkids are here. Shane, Damien, Casey are here. Fred and Matthew are here.
How did they get up there?
Yeah, you go from the side up there, and once you get the first 3 off, it'll be...
Guess what they didn't send, Fred? Angle arm.
Look at this, guys. Watch this. I need to do this. You want to go from the top.
Over here.
And once you can hit roof from above, you can just start feeling them coming down.
Oh, okay. So now that we see exposed roof, we can go from...
Yeah.
This is a 30-year roof that's been on here for 30 years. We've lived here 19 years. Fred Elliott, what do you think?
I think it's going to be a big job.
Matthew, what do you think?
Oh, it's a beautiful day.
It is a beautiful day.
I think we're going to get some sun.
9:30.
I do, but they don't have a talk to the feature. That's
He made it sound like that's the easy part.
A couple of hours later.
I heard you say big money up north.
I got you some cool knee pads.
All the nails aren't out.
The Ant-Man seems to be fitting in nicely.
He's doing well. Casey's hustling today.
Don't even have a few blisters to brag.
He's in blue collar mode, baby.
We should have done a time lapse.
We can on the other side. Just that's like.
Tar in my lungs and these cold hands. No, keep me side of your mind when you're aching. Lord, 'cause for now we're mistaken.
I'm glad you're documenting it. You're in the middle, mate.
Late afternoon. Half of the roof has been uncovered. Evelyn, God love her.
All right, we're starting to glue. I wish you documented from up above. Catch my drift.
This is the situation. The lift has been brought from Nauvoo to Lamoni. Fred Elliott, by the time we watch this video in a couple of years, he'll probably be dead. He's 76 right now. There's Evelyn. She's 67 right now. I'm 66 as I film this. The lawn has been torn up. Major divots. It'll take me 3 years to get over this. 3 years to get rid of this. No doubt about it.
I've been working on the roof.
That one you take all the way down. The other one you want to stop.
Late in the day, day one.
I don't know what's going on over here. This underlayment. I've never seen a group of guys struggle so hard to get an underlayment on.
Yeah, just to get a shingle down the roof. Oh wait, they threw it down the roof.
Yeah, Damien's trying. At least we're not trying to undo our own work.
right, Dave, you might not want to
You guys like this nice solid ground you're walking on? You're welcome.
I got a dull knife and...
No one even shot these down yet. We're not ready for underlay.
Yeah, that's the power tool crew. Where were they today?
Oh my gosh. We got nails popping up. I'm about to trip. I need a gun. Oh crap. Damien!
Damien, dude.
Why'd you do
Don't
that?
forget to look at the sunset while we're
Who brought that guy?
fighting.
Glad my dad is getting video. Really helpful.
Well, it was a fairly productive day. People were getting along just fine.
Probably only gonna do this with you once.
But then a few people were hangry. And I know exactly who it is. Mr. Sleep Deprivation himself.
Bob, did you see the drill?
It's a wonder nobody was killed today. That is Evelyn up there.
Seems like
there's chocolate chip cookies.
seems like it's something that's not around anymore.
No,
There's an elderly lady.
We literally ate them today.
We literally ate this today. By who?
What are we eating
An older lady.
These are, if you could take a Southwest Airlines
Cinnamon
flight.
brown sugar.
Maybe you guys.
They don't even give those anymore.
That's why just Dad bought them.
Times have been tough. Especially for airlines.
It's true.
Different?
Let's see what the carb costs.
Same baby.
No, don't look at the carb.
Check out the fiber. There's fiber.
Nothing like a nice ginger
40.
snap.
Oh, you guys.
Would you believe that this is a...
Anybody want some peas? There's a lot of protein in peas.
Protein?
Yeah? I don't know.
The end of day one. It is the end of day one.
So they chickpeas or peas?
Peas.
Can I have some?
Are they warm?
This is the days on
A whole day?
Dad,
My
this
dad
is
probably
days
eats
allocation of carbs.
Well, no, four of them
It is?
35 carbs.
My dad probably eats 4 different packets of it.
35 carbs.
You want some sweet peas?
I
I
do
forgot
not.
to put them on this.
My wow.
Do you want some?
I think he's calorie starving.
He does this all the time.
I should have seen the cookies in this thing. He's working them off.
Casey took his role seriously and ate one of them.
What cookies? You saw those cookies?
Dude, I took one for the team, man.
You think he wanted that?
I'm trying to get abs.
I don't really consider these cookies
Forgot to
sweet.
put them on.
Yeah, they're like, they're like animal crackers, golden grams.
How many steps did you get today, Mom? I bet you're up to 70,000.
Mom was up on the roof.
Dad doesn't even want to wear his watch.
Get him a Fitbit.
Hey, Dad, why do you wear your
I
watch?
bought him.
9,300.
See,
That's pretty cool. How tall is it?
that tall, but
It's close.
21
it's
inches.
It's like 22 with the toilet seat.
It's for Mom.
all you need is a good day.
broken and you get the replacement?
3 times.
They broke 2 of them shipping them to you.
That's
It was the third one that worked.
$450. It's a $450 toilet.
Well, they broke 3 of them shipping, or 2 of them shipping them to me. That's why they're expensive.
How else are they supposed to get their money back?
I don't think I spent that much, but it was close.
There.
But it solved the problem.
Nice.
Bad knees.
Yep.
That's pretty
the deep
cool.
squat on the old ones that are, I think, like 17 and a half.
No, it's supposed to make it easier to.
And now your daughter's going to have a high squatty potty. It's okay, I bought one of those too. So
Yeah.
I got the squatty potty with the extension that you can put on top of it.
Shane, does Sydney like the bidet?
And I got her
then
one
got
for like Valentine's Day.
the next is the one with the integrated kid toilet seat that's in your lid as an integrated thing. Because now I don't have to bend over nearly as far to put the little kid on the toilet.
I lied, guys. Making a single roll of toilet paper requires 37 gallons of water,
Oh,
1.3 kilowatt hours of electricity, and 1.5 pounds of wood.
We're about to do one. But that's
Yeah, that's probably single ply.
What does it cost to make a gallon of ethanol?
I don't care. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Hey Siri, what does it cost to make a gallon of ethanol?
What type of ethanol? I found this on the web for what does it cost to make a gallon of ethanol. Check it out.
She doesn't answer the question. She just
She gives me findings, yeah.
This is the E85 gas, or E15.
Sure, no.
Well, that's different because it's just gas and ethanol.
Alexa
together.
will give you the actual answer.
But ethanol is being used as a octane improver for regular. And my understanding is it costs more to make a gallon of ethanol
than a gallon of
than
ethanol
a gallon of ethanol costs.
That's
and
one.
the only reason we're doing it is because the government subsidizes the
subsidies. Well, right. Well, the only reason we're doing it is also because it's a more sustainable option.
Oh, you're turning corn into a package of fuel.
You're using a renewable resource.
It might be better than the.
Well, you're using a renewable resource if it takes
more than you get back out.
Electricity to make it, which we're producing with natural gas or atomic energy or
solar energy.
However we're producing it.
Solar's renewable.
Wind is renewable. Water is
Wind's renewable. So it's using sources that we can make not renewable, right? We can't make coal or gas renewable. I mean, or oil renewable.
Well, we can make coal.
No, you can't.
Forever.
Nope, you can't make coal anymore.
Oh, that's because the bacteria.
But yeah, it sounds like financially it's it's on. I mean, the point is the sustainability one, Fred, not saving people money. It's both.
It was the period of time when
it was 80 million years long. The trees had figured out how to make cellulose and cell walls.
Right.
And nothing else on Earth knew how to eat them.
That's right. So they would just
stack up.
Yeah, that's right.
And now you can't grow it without contaminating it with bacteria and fungi that will eat it before it can turn into coal.
So that's where all the coal came from. Those
that 80 million years. So it's all laid down at exactly the same level. If you can imagine being on the planet,
I know. We just
at the end, near the end of 80 million years of all the trees just stacking up.
I know, that's insane. I learned about that recently. I was like, that's so cool. It'd be like a horizontal jungle. I mean, it's like a mess.
So they still fall over in strong winds. Occasionally they get caught on fire by lightning.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
It would be very dry.
There's a big analysis.
And the farmers got mad in Iowa because once we started using corn to produce ethanol.
Their corn prices went up for feed.
Is that what it was?
I mean, more demand for corn.
But doesn't it mean we also pay that? Well, I guess I don't know. Making corn,
I mean, they sell the corn.
But Fred's right. The federal government subsidized it for a number of years, and every couple of years, the ethanol producers were hoping that the government could continue to do that. And about 3 years ago, they stopped. We own stock in an ethanol plant, Lincoln Way, Iowa. Evelyn and I. My brother-in-law.
Made you multi-million-dollar.
No,
it's they use out in California, I think, rather than ethanol, and I don't know if it's worse or better.
You're not supposed to do ethanol in motorcycle engines.
Yeah, there are a lot of engines that aren't red.
Yeah,
I have a chainsaw that was destroyed by ethanol in the fuel.
I believe it.
Plastic swelled up.
I don't think it costs anything. So you just need a distiller to make all ethanol.
Lydia does not feel loved.
But also part of it is Lydia has a block.
Well, so we don't know that.
Can we do this after the
You're
bank?
making her a victim. All right.
You're making her a victim.
Who?
Because then we can have a continuous conversation that doesn't have
You're
to be
making it her
interrupted.
fault. Go
I
ahead.
don't
Go to
like
the
this
bank.
here.
Go to the bank.
Yeah, let's go to the bank.
Not making her a victim.
Where are you going, Ev?
We're going to get that ring out
And
of the
I'm saying-
lockbox.
Listen, Casey, I get it, but it's like you gotta admit that there's some work to be done on Lydia's side.
Yeah.
To tell herself that she's deserving.
Because there's only.
She needs to tell herself that she deserves love. She can't accept the love because I don't think she feels like she deserves to be loved.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, it
That's
has
not
to
to
be
say
on
that
both.
it ever.
That's one side of the story. What's the
Yeah,
other
Casey,
side?
I'm recognizing that
It's
there's
both.
more than one side of the story.
Okay.
But I'm saying you by knowing Lydia long as I've known her, you begin to understand that sometimes things
So you've been having a lot of time, or a little bit of time with Lydia lately.
dramatic way that it's so beyond whatever the thing that actually happened was. She interprets it in such an intense way that it can't always be about like if someone said X to her, she'll take X, Y, Z, L, M, N, O, P that meant all those things. And so it's like you gotta say, listen, okay, part of it is me not saying X to you, but part of it is you also can't extrapolate off all these other things. Like I've had things with Lydia where she didn't want to talk to me, and like basically no reason or rhyme or like understanding or talking to Andrew, and like there's some slight that you do that is completely inexplicable to Andrew or me, or like where was it, what was it? I clearly don't feel any of the things that she's purporting that I do feel.
Yeah.
You know? So there's a difference between what's being done and being said and how she's interpreting it.
Yeah, that's the big.
Well, but then that's when you start to learn, right? You start to learn how your daughter starts to interpret things, and you get better at communicating.
Hillary does not speak Lydia's love language.
I don't know about that.
Dad, where's...
But the other thing is, if you have an internal belief of, I'm ready to go, Dana.
Yeah, she doesn't.
If you don't have an internal belief that you're worthy or that you're
she's got some problems with
loved,
that.
or if you're alone.
Well, she has a lot of conditioning leading to her to believe that.
I know, exactly.
She's made that worse.
But what I'm saying is, if you have that belief, everything is filtered through that belief.
It's
so when
proving your
she
belief.
hears, it's confirming your belief, and she hears through that lens of, I'm not loved, I'm alone, I'm not good enough, whatever that is.
So whatever things.
So even if it's said, she's hearing it in a different way.
Well, but doesn't that mean someone has to consider?
No.
They have to know that she had heard. They had heard Nina saying, "You're the pretty one. You're the smart one." So unless it is very obviously not saying
But it's
that.
not just about the words, it's the belief system in there.
Well,
But
of course,
it's
but I'm
being
saying,
programmed by her parents to think that
No,
way.
but
Or
no,
Lydia.
because but what
I don't think
happens?
it's all on Lydia.
No, wait a minute.
It's not all
But
on
no,
Lydia.
it's not Lydia's fault that this is happening. It's that this has happened to her, and so she can have 5,000 positive things said, and it'll go right by because that's not what she relates to.
Yeah.
And she can have one negative thing, and that's all that she hears. And I'm not saying she's doing that on purpose. I'm saying that's what the filter does.
I understand that.
Because I have to explain this.
I know
To
that.
some degree, I guess what we're saying is, without her making that adjustment, there's not a lot. If she's constantly putting things through a filter, it doesn't matter what other people are saying if the filter is always tuned to people don't love
And
me.
it doesn't mean
she's gonna find those things. All the love things are gonna get filtered out, and all the unloved, all the things that don't like me. This is Landmark 101. You know, it's like they come through and they hit you and they prove your points. Confirmation bias.
All right, so what does
I
Aunt
just
Hillary
lost
need
my
to do?
key.
Now,
So Aunt Hillary, I think, yes. So I think Aunt Hillary needs to probably, it's hard to know because I don't know the exact relationship, but acknowledge.
Which she
I
has.
imagine Aunt Hillary is decently good at this. Acknowledge when Lydia's doing something, not shut it down and say, Lydia, that's not true. I think there's definitely a lot of time in their past where, because Lydia was doing this kind of thing, that it would become frustrating for Nick and Aunt Hillary and me when I was living there, like that sometimes this whole shutdown thing was happening, and we're all sitting there going like, what just happened?
yeah.
But they would get so frustrated about it that also snowballed too, where they would have a shorter fuse. It's kind of like how I am with Mom. It's like I have a shorter fuse with her sometimes. It's my fault, you know. But there's probably something that Mom's doing as well that's filtering into that. But it's like, so it just snowballs and it gets worse and worse and worse. And so I think that Nick bullied her. Nick bullied her a good amount, and then because he was embarrassed and also she was difficult, and I think that
What does Aunt Hillary need to do? Was the question.
Let me say.
Well, but Aunt Hillary,
Can we please go
according
into
to her,
this later?
has tried to do all this reaching out.
Come on, we can talk about
Why
this.
would we come?